social media predictions for 2023 is that you're going to see a lot more brand authenticity and candidness. And what I mean is actually with business brands. Now, we all know, or if you've been hanging out with me for a while, you know it's important to have authenticity and be candid, within your personal brand as an individual human being when you're showing up on social media. We know that, but I'm talking about business brands. I'm talking about big businesses, possibly, small, medium, big businesses, where you're seeing more and more content where it's not so incredibly polished and advertisey. This is something else that I've been seeing started, in 2022, where I'm thinking, oh, this is going to keep going and going and just take on a life of its own. It's going to be really, really fun. I mean, imagine your favorite fast food, chains or your favorite, even local restaurants. You guys can take advantage of these kinds of these trends, or any sort of business. It doesn't have to be food, but my point is that you're going to see more and more videos, especially where it's, it's less of a, planned setting, or maybe it is planned, but the plan was to make it look like it's not planned. And maybe you're going to see the person that went through the drive-through of the restaurant and their perspective, the camera's in the car and they're eating the fries in the car and they're talking about it or whatever, right? That kind of thing is what I mean. But done in a way that's on brand and that's nice. And the quality of the video is good, right? We want to see good quality, clear, well-lit videos. That does matter. Actually, the visuals do matter, but you're not going to see so much of this, I'm in a commercial and it's so freaking polished and perfect and planned out. If you are a business brand and you can embrace this in some sort of way, I highly recommend it. Especially if you're on TikTok, because I think it's extremely popular to do this sort of content on TikTok, but anywhere else, honestly. And look, if you're worried that it's silly and it's not professional enough and all that stuff, it's okay. You don't have to do it like everybody else. You don't have to make all your videos silly and dancy and funny and punny and all these things. You don't have to go that direction if it doesn't make sense for your brand. If your brand is a little bit more serious, or maybe a little bit more, buttoned up or professional or calm or whatever you want to call it, that's cool. Stay within the tone of your brand, but still aim for making content that is a little bit more candid, a little bit more maybe behind the scenes, a little bit more user generated, like your customer shows up in a video and talks about why they like you, a little bit more authentic, where you're showing the people that work there more, and the people behind the brand and that kind of thing. That's what I mean. So don't assume it means you have to be silly. Look, hey, if your brand is silly and fun and funny, it makes sense for you, then go for it. But if it doesn't, you do what's right for you.